What's good in the hood, YouTube? This is Crazy Samurai 71 here, bringing you another video. Today I wanted to bring you a video regarding Pokemon Sun and Moon. It seems like Sun and Moon news is continuous. Like, they keep on announcing things so quickly. It's crazy. And I wasn't originally going to make a video today, but the thing is that I kept on seeing more and more things being announced, and I was like, yeah, I might as well. I mean, more information than probably has been was revealed today. Like a whole bunch of small things, but they were all important. So let me go through it. So today, Pokemon Sun and Moon revealed 2 new Pokemon, and they're both really cool. The first one is Neko Koala, which I'm sure I'm gonna have an image of. Neko Koala is an interesting Pokemon. It's our first Koala Pokemon, which is pretty exciting. It is interesting also because most people are a little bit like curious because obviously the region is supposed to take place like in some regard to Hawaii, while koalas are normally found in obviously Australia. So whatever, still really awesome and really exciting. As far as things go, the typing is going to be normal. As far as abilities go, Nekoala is going to have definite sleep, which is this new ability that's so useful. Basically what it does is that it prevents you from gaining any, like, you can't get any status effects other than sleep. So that means you won't be affected by poison, you won't be affected by paralysis, being frozen, being burned, being any of that stuff. The only thing that will affect you is sleep. And most likely, and people have said this before, it's gonna probably have sleep talk, which is gonna be extremely useful, and it could be super broken. Judging from its appearance and what most people are expecting, it's probably gonna be something you're gonna get fairly early, something along the lines of one of the first Pokemon you're gonna probably come across in the game, if not like in that first route, similar to your Pidgeys and Rattatas and all that. But the other one we'll get into is similar in that way. But let's continue here. So the thing is that they ended up talking about that, which is super great. People are hoping that it's gonna get an evolution, or 2, which would be nice, of course. That'd be nice to get at least 1 evolution. As far as typing goes for evolution wise, maybe normal psychic is something I've actually heard. Maybe normal. I've thought about normal fighting even would be interesting. It kind of reminds me of Slackoff. Just because it's kind of like a lazy Pokemon, and like in this case it's like a sleeping Pokemon, so I kind of look at it and say like maybe it's like Slackoff in that way. Maybe we'll have like maybe we'll have something like that going on, like where it'll become more awake as it evolves or whatever, or just in general more power and all that. That's what I kind of looked at it and saw. People have said different things about it. Then we got Iwanko, which Iwanko is a cool Pokemon. People think it's so cute. It really is so cute. I mean, seriously, it's adorable. And it's this great little dog. And it's a rock type, which is actually pretty interesting. People did not expect that at all. It's supposed to have 2 different possibilities: Vital Spirit and Keen Eyes. Both are not the greatest. Keen Eyes, what that does is it like helps with like accuracy based moves, I believe it is, or something like that. And then the other one is like Vital Spirit has to do with statuses, with like status effects. So it's similar but different. I'm forgetting exactly what Vital Spirit does, but yeah. Anyway, cool. Anyway, all this stuff is great. So all that was announced. Iwanko, for those who do not know, was the Pokemon that showed up in the Japanese trailer. That was kind of hidden off to the side. People discussed it for a little while. People were thinking, oh, it's that cute little Pokemon. What is that? And people wanted to know what it was, and we finally know that that's what it's going to be. Most likely it's going to be one of the first Pokemon you're going to get. Probably something early in the game, similar to your Pochiano or Zigzagoon kind of Pokemon, it looks like. So that's cool. And it's an interesting looking Pokemon. I will be curious to see if it evolves, and if it does, how is it going to change? Is it going to get bigger? Is it going to stand on 2 legs? Because that does happen sometimes, where they start off on all 4s and then go on 2 legs. Is it going to gain some other functionality in some way? It looks adorable. It looks great. As far as things go, otherwise, they also revealed some information regarding the movie for Magiarna and Volcanion. As far as things go, for those who do not know, there's the QR code system that's being implemented into Sun and Moon, and so the thing is that they are giving out these like sample cards or whatever that have the QR code on them that you can scan onto your Sun and Moon game when the game comes out. That will allow you to get Magiarna at the very start of the game, and it will have a new ability, which is very cool. It's not exactly explaining what the ability does, but yeah. Anyway, that's all happening, and there's really no attention to Volcanion, so that's kind of interesting. People were obviously a little bit unsure as to why that is, because Volcanion is the only one of the 3 legendaries that were mystery gift based that really didn't get its own mystery gift attention, at least not yet. For all we know, maybe this August, maybe July or something like that, they might release it, but we don't know for a fact. As far as other things go, they also mentioned that the starters, Litten, Rowlet, and Populo, as well as, and this is something that only one person I've heard mention, apparently also Iwanko is supposed to have a special hidden functionality. It's like a secret that they haven't revealed yet, but they kind of rumored it. Now, could that be Mega Evolution? Could it be the synergy stuff that was talked about through the mangas and all that, with the whole entire transforming or having the trainer combine with the Pokemon? Yes, it could be that. We don't know for a fact, but it is pretty exciting. And people are curious about what that means, and people are speculating Mega Evolution or something else. It is interesting, and it definitely is possible. We'll have to wait and see, of course. As far as other things go, something that just was recently announced, only a few minutes or so ago, was the fact that, probably in the last half an hour or an hour or so, from when I'm making this, was the announcement of more talk about the Zygarde forms. Now, for those who do not know, Zygarde had the standard 50% form, but there was also the cell form, there's the 10%, and there's the full form or the complete form of Zygarde. Now, they showed off the 10% form. They showed off that in a small share that Nintendo just released. There was early footage that was shown off at a major expo or a competition, but they finally showed a real trailer not that long ago, showing it off and letting people see it. And the idea is that they showed off 3 moves. One is 1,000 waves. The first move that they show off in the trailer is 1,000 arrows. Then it's 1,000 waves, and then the last one, which people were really excited about, is this one that basically it has complete Zygarde creating this ball, and then suddenly blasting this beam that creates a Z and then destroys the Pokemon on the field. And it's really cool. And it's called something Enforcer. What was it called? I am forgetting it. It's called Core Enforcer. That's what it was. I was just double checking things. Yeah, Core Enforcer, which looks super cool. Overall, it looks interesting. It does seem that apparently, it goes through the transformation when it's in a pinch, meaning that it's at very low damage, it will suddenly transform into the 100% form. Now, what I'm curious about, though, is 2 things. One, once it changes into its other form, it gains back health. Okay, that's interesting. Another thing that's interesting is the fact that it goes from the 10% form to the 100% form. Now, why am I curious? Well, I'm curious because I'm wondering if that means that is there a way for the 50% form to be activated? Is there a way for the cell form to be activated? Is there a certain point in time where, if it gets to a certain point, the perfect form will revert to a cell form or a 10% form, or is it like a mega kind of thing, or an ability sort of like the Rayquaza and the Groudon and Kyogre thing with it didn't have a mega stone, but it had items that were attached to it that worked similar to it. No, actually didn't have items, but just in general, it had the ability to basically go into its greater forms. I'm curious if it's something like that, or if it's going to have a reverted form, a reverted way to do it, or if it's specifically just going to go 10% to 100%. and also I'm curious about whether or not they're going to implement that as the post game, or is that going to be something else. Again, still all Pokemon Sun and Moon. None of this news, none of this news really has anything to do with X and Y anymore. This is all Sun and Moon. This is all going to Sun and Moon. The X and Y stuff or auras, no, done. Forget it. So people are definitely curious, and it's very exciting. Just a lot of stuff is coming out. I'd love to know what your guys' opinions are. Are you guys excited for all this? Are you hyped for Pokemon Sun and Moon? Are you planning on buying the game? Personally, I guarantee you I will buy it. I've pretty much bought every single game, generation wise. I don't buy like every single version, but I buy, I'll buy one from that generation and one from that generation. There's like been only one generation where I bought two, which was like Diamond and Pearl. Like I bought both of those, but other than that, like I've never really bought more than just one version from that certain generation. The only reason why I bought two was because actually one of them I didn't buy. One of them a friend gave me for my birthday or something like that, like years ago, back when the game was like new. So you get my point. Anyway, that's about it for me. So please remember to like, comment, subscribe, tell me what you guys think, and I'd love to see you guys in the next video. So until then, guys, I'm Crazy 7971, and goodbye.